Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, a stranger in your lives. I feel like I'm being a stranger. I, don't go too many days without a video. But it just feels like it to me because I feel so far removed from YouTube all of a sudden. I have a life now. I think the big attraction that I had with YouTube is that I didn't have a life. And I talked to my camera just so I could use my voice. And now I have actual people I can talk to. So that's what I've been doing, talking to other people. I certainly want to be doing YouTube. I miss it, and I'm struggling with juggling all the things that I do. All the things that I do are things that I really want to do, and there are other things that I want to do, like crafts, paper beads, stuff like that, that I have no time to do. So I really need to sit down and plan this out. I have to, so that I can at least do a little bit of all the things that I love. The table fucking squeaks. This is the squeaky table that I brought from Maine, because I needed it, and I'm glad I have it, and that it didn't get lost, it didn't get broken. Skylar, it drove her crazy, the squeakiness. So it's not just me that hates it. I'm sure all of you do too. I'm very, very tired. Skylar and I have been planning a sale for 2-inch squares for a few weeks, and she was like, "Can we just have a sale selling just these 2-inch squares?" And I had thought of that before, but the thing is 2-inch squares, I don't really profit on those because of the shipping. And it's a lot of time to create those little packets of squares. So if I were to have 100 packets and one person bought one packet and 100 people just did that, I would have done all that work for nothing, and I would be out of money, out of pocket. But realistically, that doesn't happen. My fabric shoppers are in deep need of constantly buying fabric, I guess. I don't know. And I have people that when they shop, they shop. So we did it. I don't even know how many packets I had, but I know I cut 17,200 plus squares, 2-inch squares, which was a lot. And it doesn't really take me all that long, and I'd like to actually do a video on that for people who would like to see how I cut 2-inch squares quickly. And I've learned some tricks that I've just made up because I had so many to cut. But I cut all those, and then Skylar was working with me, so I would cut and push them to her. She would stack and pack, label them, write them in the book that I've been keeping for several years of all my listings, so I know, the number of them and all that stuff. So that really helped, and we finally had that sale yesterday, and we started it in the afternoon, and we sold out of most everything within like 4 hours. The 2-inch squares, I think I might have had a couple of 2-inch squares after she finally left, packets, but they all sold out. She had picked out some rainbow prints, rainbow colors, and I had her go online on one of my wholesalers, and they have a print called Folio that I really like, and they have so many colors to choose from. So she wanted to do something rainbow, and I said, you get to pick. And I could see what she was picking, and they were kind of dark. And I was like a little worried. I'm like, oh, are people gonna like that? I loved them. The darker rainbow colors were so nice, and it doesn't look like, childish. I don't know what to say, like, unicorns and things like that. It looked really, does unicorns have anything to do with rainbow? I don't know. I don't know who the rainbow characters are. Rainbow bears? Is there such a thing called that? What would they call those bears that were different? I can't think of anything right now. Care Bears, I think, is what I'm thinking of. Oh my God, help me. So anyway, she sold almost all of the stuff that I cut. She's not cutting things like that now. She can cut half yards. I taught her that, and she's good at it. but she's busy too. School, homework. She has choir, that's an out-of-school activity. She has that. She's got her therapy. So, everybody's just busy. And anyway, that almost all that I cut, almost all of it sold out. We just have some long quarters left. And maybe, I don't know, one thing of the 6 1-yard cuts. I think those even sold out. I don't know. You're not interested, I know. I'm talking for nothing. The point is, we sold a shitload of stuff. And then she was coming over this morning. She actually has a work schedule now to come work for me. And Derek wants her to have that because, it was getting to the point, I'll come tomorrow and then, oh, can I come the next day instead? I'm like, well, no, that day you have this and this and that. So it was, getting to the point where I wasn't having her to help me, which is fine. But the deal was she was going to help me for the sale because she wanted to do it. And I said, this is a commitment and I'm going to need you to help me because I really wanted her to experience all that. And so she did. And now she's got a little schedule just so she knows this is a job. I do this at this time. And, it's not like I'm going to force her if she doesn't feel like it. But, just to keep things on track. And it is very, very good for her to learn about being self-employed, about handling money. She's got a bank account. She's going to start saving because I told her for this, I didn't care. When I've done jobs with her in the past, the rule was, because I was doing most of the work, that she would have to put half in savings. But this, I said, this is your thing. You're doing the work, and now she's decided she wants to start saving, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, and I pay her by check. I want her to, I don't know, will people be using checks when she's an adult? I don't even know, but I want her to learn. I learned it. I want her to learn it. So she came this morning. I packed a bunch of orders because I thought I don't want to be packing orders all week. So I packed a bunch, and then she came today and we packed almost everything. And then when she finally left, she came this morning and left late. So we did a lot of orders, a lot. And when she left, I finished them, and I asked Derek if he can help with the post office run tomorrow because I don't even have room. I got tubs, big tubs filled, and we just go to the back of the post office and I can bring everything. They have big carts that I can put all this stuff in and ring the buzzer and they'll come and get it. So this is the first time that I've asked Derek for his help because I just don't feel like doing it all. And so he said yes, and Skylar and Derek will come help me with the post office run when she gets out of school. So there's all that, and that's why I'm exhausted. And it was stressful leading up to the sale because I never know how it's going to go. Am I going to have 100 people each order just one thing? Because you go through the same steps for an order. It can be one little packet. I still have to print stuff, the postage, and package it, the tape, and all that. It's just as easy to pack a bigger order. Now, I don't care. I don't care at all. Because it's never happened where I was like, holy shit, this sucked. I had all these orders and I lost money. And no, it never happens. If it ever happens, I'll change the way I do it. But I want people to know, because I did have people who ordered just one packet of 2-inch squares. And if you're watching, I want you to know, I want you to do that. I really do. If I didn't want that to happen, I would not run my sales the way I do. But I want my patrons and exclusive YouTube members, my exclusive shoppers, I want you to be able to pick up one tiny thing if you want. And because it keeps you looking, and I just look at the overall picture. If I can profit in the end, that's good. I don't care if I paid some of this postage and made a little extra on this big gigantic order. It's hard to make on the postage now because the postage really has gone up. And sometimes this one little thing that you have to add brings you up to the next level. I only use USPS and I use their shipping boxes and stuff. So sometimes it can really make the price of the shipping jump. But again, that's just the way it is. And I love the way I have my sales. I think it's a little unique. especially the sale that I just had, because it was a true frenzy, what I made up as a frenzy, where I had so many things that I couldn't put them all out at the same time because the PayPal buttons would break. It would let me oversell. So I put just a few, and when Skylar and I were done, I would print the things. She was taking care of the inventory on the sheets that I make, and it was the first time she did it. She did an excellent job. I think there was only one mistake where her inventory number was off by 1. Very impressed with that. I made more mistakes than she did, but I caught them. I hope all of them. And once I would be caught up with all of that, I would let her just randomly pick from the book, and she would tell me what numbers of items were going up next, and so I would put those up, and it was a constant stream of orders. It was very exciting, but you know, you end up with a headache. It's just doing all the work, and like I said, the stress. I'm so tired. Please forgive me for going on and on about all of this. I know it's not interesting to you, and I know it's not why you're here. What can I talk about besides that? Let's talk about the fact that I need a root canal. I know I do. I have a back tooth back here that was fine in Maine. And my dentist said, you want me to do x-rays before you go? Because I went for a cleaning before moving. And I said, no, I'll just get a dentist in Mississippi and I'll let them do all that. And he probably would have noticed that I had a root going, or whatever it does, the root dies. And it started to hurt a little bit when I would chew on it. And now it's to the point that it's really sensitive to anything cold, anything hot, and it will hurt for a while, and it radiates, and it makes me feel like this whole side of my face hurts, or like, you know, on the inside, not my face, but I can almost feel like, oh my God, are my top teeth bad too? Those hurt. And I have no dentist, and I will need a root canal endodontist, is that what that is? Man, I was thinking of just having it pulled, but I had one pulled, I don't know, maybe some of you remember that video. I had one pulled a while back, and even though there's a space, I can chew okay, but I'm very well aware that there's a space. I did not have a tooth. That one already had a root canal that was never a good root canal, and ended up having an infection and having it pulled. 10 years of infection that my dentist would keep an eye on. I finally had it pulled because it really hurt a lot. So now I thought, no, I won't have it pulled. I'll have a root canal because I don't need spaces like that on both sides. I don't know, that would just be weird to me. So I have to look into that, and you know how much I like to make phone calls. There's just still a lot on my plate, and I was doing pretty good there for a while, like not stressing and having a whole lot of regrets and anxiety, and just, you know, constantly thinking about this fucked up move and how much I hated a lot of the stuff that I had to go through to get here. And that's all creeping back now, and I've been suffering. If I wake up, after I sleep a little bit, I wake up, I am fucking miserable. I cannot go back to sleep. It's like, oh my God. And I just worry about everything, and it just makes me and keeps me tired. And, you know, like I still have to do the claim that I will not collect anything on. I'm telling you, they want receipts for every single thing that they damaged on that truck or that I lost. Who has receipts for that? Who? And I would like to call and talk to somebody, but I can't get in touch with anybody. I don't know. I finally did ask the insurance company. It's not insurance. They just collect info and then they pass it on to the movers. You think I'm gonna have much luck with them? They fucking hate me. And I got a printed copy of the stuff that I was trying to do online, because online you can't save it and you have to start over every time, and that was really discouraging. So now I have a printed copy. I have to fill it out just because I will not feel good unless I go through that step, and then we'll see where it goes, you know, from there, if I get anything at all. And I don't know. I just feel sick to my stomach a lot lately. I do. I worry about a lot of things. Always do, always will. But for the most part, I'm still very happy that I'm here. And like I said, I do have people to talk to. I go for walks. I mean, I just feel like I can do other things other than just work constantly, which I love to do. I love to do that. It wasn't just something I was doing to fill in a void. I love that. I want to find ways to work more efficiently so that I don't have to stress about not doing a video, or the fact that I still haven't made any paper beads, even though I've wanted to do that, you know, ever since I've been here. I want to have a better plan for what Skylar and I can do now that she has a schedule that's going to work. I can plan and say I'll have this stuff available that I'll cut, and she can pack and keep track of the inventory in the book. And it is helpful. It is helpful to have her. I hope she wants to continue to do it. And Derek does too. So we're trying to make it not be overwhelming for her, so it is something she wants to do. And the money is a motivation, because she does like to buy stuff. So, you know, she knows that she's got some income and she can go and buy a new pair of pants if she wants. And so that makes it nice. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna sign off. And I am going to be coming up with a quilt along. I'm very afraid to commit to that, but I think it will be a good thing if I can. I just want to get past this sale, like I said, that has been on my mind for several weeks, and just relax for a day or two, which means do other kind of work. and then we're going to do a quilt along, and I'm going to give you a hint. Crumbs. It's going to involve lots and lots of crumbs, so save your crumbs. And I will be doing a video on just that as soon as I figure out what the hell I want to do. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. What else am I supposed to say? I'll be back with more soon. Bye.